Good morning. We're back. Some more inking. Let's see if we can finish this up before work. Pressure's on. Not a whole lot of time. Basically, what I've inked thus far with the calligraphy brush, just a few pieces, right? Other than practice, we got the Doom Demon. Whoa. Yeah, this guy right here. This is the first time I tried out some like kind of gray, like different consistencies of ink. It's probably my favorite thing I've done yet, which is the Colossus, the third Colossus. So I'm gonna try and do some more of this. Some like, I don't know what you would call it, like an ink wash, like a gray ink wash over top, kind of like in this area. That's the goal. I don't know if I can knock that out this morning because there's not a whole lot of time, but we're gonna at least finish the contours here on this thing. That's the goal. So with that, let's get into it. And I don't have the benefit of having a bunch of hair to warm up with today. This area was nice because like kind of do whatever, you know. Like, oh, it's kind of blotchy. It's fine. It's hair. Make it work. You know, get kind of wispy and just have fun with it. But now we're on to like mechanical shit. So maybe if I started with like a, you know, actually maybe if I started with this wire here, because you got to warm the brush up basically. So let's do that. But then decisions. That's gonna kind of be in the way if I couldn't really start with that wire. All right, let's just do it here. We'll make it work. So probably the best angle to get this is, whoa, maybe even upside down, to be honest. I tend to like more away from myself. Here we go. See this. Getting like an inconsistent line weight here, which is nothing new, skill set, but Alright, finally I feel like the bristles are sort of starting to take the ink properly. Probably should have just doodled around on a different sheet of paper for a little bit longer. So it goes. We got there. Alright, time for the bad times. Circles. Still not good at these. Actually, let's do a little bit of this first. That's the goal for today. It was the goal for yesterday. It's the goal for today. It'll likely be the goal for tomorrow and the foreseeable future until I figure out the best way to do circles with the calligraphy brush. I don't really know. Shaky hand this morning. How long until I mistake inky black ink for the inky black coffee? Dip the brush into that. What are we thinking? How much longer do I have? 5 minutes? See if I can drink it by then. That's what I'm talking about. I think the only way that's worked so far is to just kind of do like a little bit of curvature, like little by little, and just constantly turn the page. Even then, it's just not great. It's all kinds of rough. wonder if I just filled in the... I mean, these could be black in the interior, actually. I was thinking about doing that anyway. Maybe just go for it. And then it's a way to hide a mistake. Or hide part of it, at least. Oh, Ekro, what's going on? Dreaming of electric sheep. Yeah, you got it? Thanks for coming by. How you doing? Sorry if you've been there for a while. I was hyper-focused there for a minute. Doing alright? Resting after a busy day? Yeah? Work or just other life tasks? Thanks. Oh no, you can distract me as much as you like. I'm happy to have you. I just, I didn't have anybody in here, so I was just kind of quietly just, you know, brushing away. Tasks, yeah. Get them all done though? Do you at least feel accomplished on the other side of it? Alright, I think the keyboard's next. Let's do that. Need a good angle on this. I tend to like pulling away from myself. So maybe like that. Maybe actually pulling would be the better move. I have trouble doing that. How about this way? Sadly not, still gotta tackle it. That's a bummer. I hope you get it done quickly. I had one of those weeks, week before last, just sometimes living in a, what was that? Oh my god, what are we gonna do here? Living in a foreign country, you know, sometimes it's just, when the bureaucracy hits, when it rains, it pours. Pours red tape. Here we go, this is what I need to be doing. Just like this. That's not good either, but... oh my god. Blowing it. Let's do this. That's way too bold in there. Yeah, that was... There's just no fixing that. It's just gonna be nice and bold. Okay. you have plans to stream again soon? I know you said you had people over and been busy. Just curious if you gearing up to do that again soon? Will in time. Happy accidents? I'm gonna put a happy little bush on this keyboard. Nobody's gonna be any the wiser. Just a happy little bush. Yeah, the brush, this brush is, oops, there we go. It's very difficult to utilize. It's a rewarding challenge, but I'm still very much a beginner because like the very slightest variation in your pressure, you're getting a completely different line weight. And I'm trying to do a lot of like fine lines here, and I just don't have the skill set to do that. So hopefully next week, if everything goes well, right on. Back to Armored Core or something new. Well, that too. Haven't even touched S ranks or the game in general, outside of a couple PvP matches with friends. Oh yeah? Yeah, I haven't touched it since clearing it myself. Jumped right into horror games, and it's like I want to be playing it. I think about it. Might be end of this month when I finally get back to it. Post-Halloween. Are we listening to the same? Yeah. So this is the they have a couple license-free playlists. I wasn't sure what to expect, but I've been pleasantly surprised by this one. I really like this one. I listened to, they have another one. This is the Synthwave. They have another one called Gamers Lounge, which was all right. There were some good tracks in there, and then some like, I don't know, like trap style music that I wasn't really so much into. It was a little more varied, so like the vibe wasn't as consistent. Same thing with the jazz. Like there was some pretty good jazz in there as well, but it was kind of all over the place. We had like sort of down tempo, you know, like kind of slow paced, loungy, relaxing music, and then all of a sudden it would just turn into like a really bouncy, chipper, like upbeat, swingy tune, you know. And I just, hey, Mr. Red Eye, what's going on? Being a whole real artist? Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I keep this at a low resolution. I didn't invest in a good camera, so you can't see as many of my mistakes. From afar, it's like, maybe it's not looking so bad. You get in there, it's like, ooh. Ooh, he is manhandling this calligraphy brush. His pressure is all over the place. How's your commute going? You on that train yet? Did you speed run it there? Did you sprint through the station? Hop the turnstiles? Stealth around the Tokyo Metropolitan Police without engaging them? That's lost time. You engage those police. Lost time on your commute. Oh, You go low res enough, you can turn it into pixel art. There we go. That's my backup plan. Like, oh, if it really goes to shit, and it might really go to shit, because I want to do like a, basically I want to do, I don't know if I can show this. Let's see. Tricky maneuvers. It's like this is still drying, but basically what I want to do is like with, yikes. This Colossus here, I'm trying to do like some like gray washes over top, but I'm really not good at that. So that's like when everything just might go to absolute shit. We're gonna see. Internet so bad down here in the sub. You're just now reading my comment from my perspective. Yeah. I'm gonna get some coffee. I'll be right back. And hopefully not mistake it for my ink bowl. I might be drinking ink here. Oh, thanks. You like that? I appreciate that. That's, I was pretty proud of that one. Like, it's not, none of these are, like, great, right? But, like, just the sense of my own improvement. Like, I'm getting steadier with the brush. And, I liked how some of that gray wash turned out. So, squid now. Overshot that a little bit.
What happened?
So we're just gonna turn that into a happy little key.
Where am I?
Happy little key. We meant him to be a little key. He's gonna be a happy, bigger key. No one has to know we planned for him to be a happy little key. Give me the lore behind this work of art. Well, we've got something called Inktober, where the challenge is to ink something every day. I'm already behind. There's no way, but I can at least do a couple. Every day of October, right? So, like, I'm trying to get by, like, oh, it's technically still Inktober 1st in America. So they give you a prompt every day. So today's prompt was dream. So I was just thinking on the idea of dream, right? What I could do with that, and free association, the title of Philip K. Dick's story, right? Do androids dream of electric sheep? Popped into my head. So I just decided to start drawing on that. I was just like, I had the sketchbook with me, and I was on my lunch break, which is, I don't know, I wasn't thinking. I have no idea why I drew this upside down. The fucking, it's, I don't even have the clearance for this. Well, anyway, you can see the spiral isn't over here. It's on the other side. Like, I don't even know what I was thinking. Just like spur of the moment, draw something on the lunch break. So just, I don't know, kind of like freely drawing on that idea. So I got my electric sheep here, and I got my android. Now I just need my Deckard. I'm gonna do my Harrison Ford likeness here real soon. Putting that off, it's gonna be tricky. Hey, Wells, what's going on? I was literally thinking, do androids dream of electric sheep? Yep, apparently they do, and apparently the electric sheep look like something out of Astrobot. Astro Sheep. All right, how's your weekend going, Wells? Having a good Sunday? Up to anything good? That's the thing with electric sheep. Too much static in the wool. Oh, that's right, you know? Even general, normal, run-of-the-mill wool. Too staticky. So, electric sheep. Oof. You can just plug into them. They'll power your, I don't know, your appliances, right? I'm just thinking about hating art. Oh, yeah? Just in general? But what if I got like really artsy-fartsy here, right? Like right now I'm just inking, but what if I started to like pontificate? So if you all look deeply, you'll notice that the wires are all bending and intertwined with one another, and that's a metaphor for our reliance upon just machinery in general and the inextricable link between humanity and the devices they've created. At what point do the devices we created start to create us, to own us? It's a metaphor. It's a metaphor for that. Simp City was going on. Stupid, hard to control propaganda if the populace art's all over it. That's true. But now what if you put artists in your employ? Like if you get the artists making your propaganda. Now that's... Because I mean those fascists, you know, all of the powerful iconography through history, right? They had artists on staff. Big Brother posters, right? Someone has to put those together. And if they're visually arresting, you're even more just, I don't know, comforted by the fact that Big Brother is watching you. You know? The head is representative of me, a person who also has a head. Mr. Red-Eye, you... How did you know? That is some... It's like you're on my wavelength. This is actually... You'll notice... So androids are kind of like... They're humanoid, right? So I put 2 eyes in the android, and that represents the 2 eyes that human beings usually have. Under ideal conditions. You'll also notice nostrils in the nose. That represents our ability to breathe, because we're living creatures and we breathe. And so... Now you have to, there's a subtext, and the subtext is the internal nostril area, down into the lungs, the non-existing lungs. The lungs aren't drawn on the page, you have to just interpret them being there, imagine them being there. But that's for high-level artistic thinkers. I don't draw them because I want to weed out the normies, you know? Normies look at the page and say, I don't see the lungs. And I say, that is an unenlightened viewer. They're not ready for the real art. I shuffle them along. Go look at a Norman Rockwell. Go take in some motel art. Something easily digestible. Here, we're commenting on society. That's what we do around here. Also, this keyboard is going about as badly as it could go. This is a fucking mess. That's why I don't like mechanical shapes. You gotta actually have skill. You gotta be precise. The straight line has to be a straight line. You can't just like give it some hair and just fudge it and say, fuck it, I meant it to be that way. I bait people into picking up money on the ground and then I imprison them for theft. That's a good racket. Are the lips there to represent the words that we speak? Well, that is one interpretation. So the way artistic interpretations work, my favorite parable, metaphor, what do I want to say? Little, just visual image, right? We're all looking at a mountain. The mountain is the artistic work, the creation by the artist. You can see the mountain from a number of different vantage points. You can hike to the woods and maybe see it from there. You can climb the mountain itself and see it from its own summit. You can look at it from afar, from the top of a building in a neighboring city. But some vantage points will give you a better view of the mountain than others. So what I have to say, Ekor, is that you have a vantage point on the mountain, but it is not the ideal vantage point. Because the ideal vantage point is the one that is the correct interpretation, which is, no, it does not represent the words we speak. It represents the lips, because lips are connected to the mouth, and the mouth eats ice cream. And I like ice cream. It's a metaphor for ice cream. Androids dream of electric ice. Rocky Road. No. Why did I say it? That's not even a favorite of mine. I don't know. Choco Mint. Androids dream of chocolate mint. Oh my god, this is a mess here. If there's an interpretation, you just say yes instead of... You're correct. You're all correct. They represent words and ice cream. And also cosmetics. Maybe it's Android lips. Maybe it's Maybelline. Rocky Road, just because Android brains are just made out of the fancy things we mine out of rock. Yeah, there we go. Look, the AI is taking over little by little. Now it's coming for our art. And the road ahead of us as humanity, it's a rocky road. It's a rocky road. You get it? They're thinking about Rocky Road ice cream. You see that? It's got, yeah. Average Twitter user, you like chocolate mint? Why do you hate strawberries so much? It's all good. I mean, it's ice cream, right? Like, we don't have to hate. Is there a bad ice cream? Probably. Actually, I had a friend in college that did like a, they were making their own ice cream and just doing, like, getting real wacky with it. They had like a salmon ice cream they put together. Like, just like crazy stuff. I didn't eat that one, but he told me it was not good. And it's like, I don't need to eat that to know. Actually, if you go to the, what do I want to say? The Cup of Noodles. Mr. Red-Eye, have you been to the Cup Noodles museum in Yokohama? I think it's in Yokohama. A whole building, a whole establishment devoted to the history, the production, the artistry behind our beloved freeze-dried cups of noodles. At that place, they serve you cup noodle ice cream with like shrimp in it, like freeze-dried shrimp, you know, like you get in the shrimp-flavored cup noodles. And it actually was better than I expected. My favorite thing about Japanese ice cream is that there was a whole song made for a pudding commercial. It was really good. Yeah? Do you, how do I seek that out? Which one are you talking about? Because I'm curious. I have not, but I've been given some gifts from there by students and coworkers. It's not worth your time. I don't know why I was there. It wasn't my idea. Sometimes you're just at the behest of the group, and the group says, hey, we're doing this. And you just say, here's an experience I would not have had if I were in control of the day, so let's just revel in it. Something new in my life. It is kind of funny, though. So they have, like, the penultimate room before you exit is, like, a bunch of cardboard cutout, like, stand-in, stand-ups, whatever those things are called, you know? With, like, different figures from history. They have them all assembled on this, like, spotlit stage. And it's like your Albert Einsteins, you know, I don't remember who was there. I feel like Babe Ruth was in there. And then just, like, right front and center, whatever his name was. See, I didn't even retain the information that was imparted to me. The creator of the cup of noodle. Just there amongst the great minds of history. Who needs Tesla? Tesla fucking around with, you know, power currents we don't even use, befriending birds, wasting his time. No. This man brought easy to prepare noodle treats to the entire world. Now, who really benefited humanity more, right? If you ever go to Choshi and Chiba, they have soy sauce ice cream that's low-key. Yeah, you know what? I can see that, right? You're salty and you're sweet. You're savory and you're sweet. Made for some pudding called, like, Casane Dolce or something. Okay. Alright, what are we doing next? Oh, you know what? Oh, I just fucked that up. Okay, we're gonna make it a happy little fuck up. I'm gonna turn into a happy little fuck up, and no one has to know it was even fucked up. Is this the moment where I find my niche? Like, I haven't really broken through, right? What is my thing? What do I do? What about the Bob Ross who swears? Is that a thing? Is anyone doing that yet? Is that lane occupied? What about a Bob Ross with less talent? Who covers it with curse words? "45 minutes. That's what I got left. So I got to get ready for work. Can it be done? It's not looking good. Maybe we can at least get the contours done. Inktober day 1. We started out with a failure. We didn't finish. Not even switching to America time. Still couldn't finish. And here we have a heavy little fuck up. I'm trying all the ink. Yeah, that's the point where I just I drop the brush, then I spill the ink, and then I frantically maybe a sip of my favorite beverage will get me back to it. And instead of reaching for the coffee mug, I reach for the cup full of inky water, and I down that. But then I don't want y'all to know that I've done that, so I just continue to just stare directly at the screen and sip it to completion. And put it down, and hope that none of you are any the wiser. Meant to do that. Nutrients. Oh. Okay. Right, royalty-free playlist. You didn't have to be this good. I would have taken less. I really like this track. Feels kind of motivational, right? This is how we greet the day. The land of the rising sun. The sun has risen, and so are we, along with it. Carpe Nippon. Do I want to do that now? I don't. Let's, yikes. It's just all bad. These are the fun times. This is the fun stuff, the organic stuff. Now we're into all and we got a lot of circles here. I was so stupid. I forgot how difficult it is to ink circles with a brush. It's tricky. I don't really have the strategy on it yet. So where do we want to start? I think probably about here. Which means this is what I wanted to avoid. I think we're gonna move the coffee over to the same side as the ink for clearance here. And we are cruising for an inky bruising. New sub goal at 40 subs. I drink the ink. No, I don't. No, stop. Not. It's a joke. Won't do it. Don't subscribe. Okay. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? That's fine. 40 subs and you just pull out edible ink and just start. Oh, that's a good workaround. What if I just like? I mean, I could like just put my coffee in the ink bowl, and y'all probably wouldn't know, right? You'd be none the wiser. But then I'm betraying the streamer follower code. You all would never trust me again. Like I don't even think he's really even playing this game. He just pulled up a YouTube video and is just like commenting on it. He's not even doing this live. I think we're getting worse. I think I'm actually getting worse here. I think it's because I'm trying to like move along at a. Oh, just caught myself. I was about 2 inches from doing the thing, putting the brush in the coffee. But what if we did it, and what if it was actually really good? Both for artistic purposes. What if it was just like the right balance of hue? And what if it was actually kind of tasty? I do like black, kind of very deep, dark, bitter coffee. And maybe that would be just a little extra oomph to take it to the next level. I feel like none of these highlights are really coming out well. Actually, this one over here was alright, but I'm gonna spend some time looking at some favorite inkers of mine, see what they're doing, how they're pulling that off a little better. Wayward brushstroke. Happy little wayward brushstroke. Adds character, right? T-minus 34 minutes. Spires look pretty good though? Well, thank you. Okay. Maybe I'm being hypercritical. I don't know, like... The idea was like, I just had the contours mostly. I didn't really have a good idea of like the light source, and there's like multiple light sources, right, with all these monitors that are theoretically going off. So I was like, let me just solve that when I ink it, and just like put highlights there, but like, the problem with that is like, it's not really the time to do problem solving, and then once you ink it, right, you can't go back. And I'm trying to avoid, like, the term would be like a visual tangent, but basically like having, like I did one here. This is what you might call a visual tangent. You've got this line coming down off the chin that's describing a different form or idea, but then it almost perfectly converges with the neckline and does like a straight line and connects these two disparate areas. And it's like, this one's not so bad, but sometimes that can be like confusing for a viewer and just like take away from the dynamism or like the sense of dimensionality to the piece, right? So anyway, with all these black wires, I was like, I need some highlights to kind of, especially around here where like I've got a couple that are snaking alongside each other. I don't really know what to do about that other than just adding some bright white highlights. But I didn't have a good sense of what I was doing yet, so making some mistakes there. There are like a million light sources. Yeah. Like any one shot of the Puella Magi Magical Madoka anime, everything should have it like at least 4 different light sources. Yeah. We're just gonna pretend all the monitors are off. She's just she's propped up. Her head is propped up in the darkness. Like she looks like she's, oh shit, encroached. She looks like she's in the process of being studied or analyzed, but actually, everyone's on like their 10-minute break. They're taking a coffee break, and they turned everything off in the interim. She's just sitting there in the darkness, so that everything's really nice and dark and uniform and easy. And there's an artistic reason for that, because it's a metaphor for society. The metaphor is society shutting down. We're shutting the whole thing down. It's just not working. We're turning off all the monitors. We're all set up to analyze, study, progress. We're just like, look, there's just too much collateral damage happening here. We just can't. We're not making it work. Just tear the whole thing down. That doesn't even make sense. What I just did, that doesn't even make sense. This is all off. We're gonna make this a thicker wire than intended to try and correct this very fundamental mistake in its form. Can we do it? I don't know what is this shape we got? I don't know. kind of like bulging out more than like curving. Thick wire for that data bandwidth. Yes, also a metaphor for society. The wires aren't consistent, someone says, passively observing. This artist needs to refine their skills. And then I just like creep up behind them and say, you don't get it. The wires are supposed to bulge out at odd places. If they were consistent, if they were of a consistent girth, that wouldn't be a metaphor for society. And I just walk away, sipping my expensive glass of wine. All right, 1 second. Be right back. Got some inky fingers here. That particular wire where two halves that were soldered together. Yep, that's what's going on right here. They were soldered. That's it. Nice. You're getting it. You have the mind of an artist. In fact, feel free when you see mistakes. Drop the explanations. I'm gonna take those. I'm gonna use them. Why is that wire thick? Two wires soldered together. Are you not seeing that? I thought it was obvious. Oh man. All right, we got to do the circles. We got to do the circles. Has to be done. Just hit this line, come down here, do that. Yeah. Or actually knock this out first. These are still kind of wet. Let's do that. What was I thinking drawing all these circles, man? Why did I do that to myself? Past tense me, writing checks it. Present tense me. Cannot cash. Look at this shit. Look at that nasty, just blotted shit. Everything's gonna be very grody. Grimy, lived in. That's how you cover for your mistakes. We're of the Silent Hill School of Visual Design. when you can't pull something off technically, add some grime and some grain and just make it all seem intentional. Yep. Add some grime, right? Never fails. Unless you're just working in the completely wrong, like, subject matter. Why is this Precious Moments figurine covered in shit and oil and grease? Wait, what? Is that not appropriate? Look, even the Precious Moments characters, they've seen some shit in their day. In fact, that's a metaphor, right? The only way you can truly appreciate a precious moment is to have gone through not so precious moments. This little cherub, this little angel, is showing you that there are hard times out there to be found in this life. But treasure the precious moments that you have. Remind you of that. Also, what is this? This is way down here. That was a mess. Excuse me. It needs to be about right here. There we go. Okay. A little bit more. At least these are bigger knobs. Tiny ones are even trickier. Oh, that's way off kilter. What happened there? Yikes. This is not such a happy little... Oh, what are we doing? What are we doing? This is going to be a very shadow... I know what we're going to do here. This is going to be just a flat black plate on the terminal. That's what we're going to do. Oh, but that's going to... We can't do that. Because that impacts the wire. And that'll just all be black together. Ooh, what do we do? How do we fix this? Unless... What do you do about that? You could just make a very kind of like dividing line sort of thing. Let's do that. Yeah. It's about twice as thick as it should be. Yeah, that's a mess. That's awful. And I don't even know what to do about it unless I like continue this line over and then it would appear to be more like a gap of sorts, but that might be, I don't know. That helps. It's just there's no correcting that. It's just a mistake. It's just a mistake. Maybe with enough grime and other visual chaos, we won't notice so much. Okay. Time for the circles. 19 minutes. 19 minutes for circles. Oh. See, I know better. I should be turning this page. That's a mess. Some of these are just absolutely just messy as hell. All kind. I mean, this is just blotted as shit over here. Over here, it's thin. The arc. I still don't know like the good motion on the arc here. Maybe like right here. That might be. Maybe that's like how I need to do it. This range right here. We've lost the mouse, folks. Got too much shit. One surface. Alright. There we go. I think that's how I need to be doing that. Yeah, that's still not good, but that is better. And I think I'm finally figuring out like the range of motion I need to be using to pull off like any kind of curvature, and especially circles. Just add a little bit, turn the page. Turn the page, wash your hands. Turn the page, wash your hands. Fuck that up. All the lessons we learned a mere minute ago, thrown by the wayside for the sake of just doing it any old way. Oh, so that's a mess. We're all over the place. We're just bouncing. It's not even a consistent line there. We're definitely identifying the areas in the pencil drawing, the underlying pencil drawing, where like I just kind of rushed through. Just wanted to get it done. Yeah, just sketch this out. Like sketch it out, finish it later. I'll figure it out when I have the brush in my hand. No, You won't. You'll just trace over top of the mistake and reinforce the shortcoming. Like, I don't know what I had envisioned for this. I can't remember. There's like not much there. What is this? Oh, I think these are, is that what I wanted to do? Let's just draw what we see. Oh my god. Tell you all the real reason we're doing this live. I mean, it's fun, but I'm just hoping in the back of my mind, like, I'm waiting. I'm looking for my sensei. Like, can someone just like pop in here, like passing by and be like, oh, I'm actually a pro at this. And here's what I'm noticing. Here's what you're doing wrong. Guide me, please. Sensei, I'm looking for you. Need guidance. How do you do circles? That's right. That's what we wanted to do there. Oh. No. No fixing it. The more you try to fix it, the blotch here is gonna get. Just accept it. Oh my god. Move on. I think the problem, every time I try and like, I think I'm identifying what I'm doing in certain spots. I get sort of like, maybe lazy is not the right word, but just like I have the page facing this way and I'll be turning my hand as opposed to turning the page. Just like, oh, I'll go left to right. I'll go, forward to back, whatever. Like, no, I need to keep like consistent brush usage because some of them are like more effective than others and allow more control over the brush. Like whenever I try and change direction with the bristles, we get the blotch. So actually, a lot of these, like I should be, like pulling. Still will get blotchy there though. Ugh, man. This one is a particularly bad blotch, but I don't know. I could fill this in with black. It's not what I envisioned, but it might look better than what we got going on. Alright, we're almost at the end here, so let's see. I'm gonna go for one of my favorite tracks on this playlist, and we're gonna see what we can do during that little window of time, and then I gotta mosey on onto the real world. Once again, oh, we just keep getting thicker and thicker. That's a metaphor for my life, not for society. Just keep getting older and older and thicker. I'm eating my vegetables. I'm staying away from the ice cream, but nope. Time comes for us all. Actually, maybe that's a little... Both of these ranges of motion, I think I'm having the most luck for trying to get like curvature. We're still in like octagonal zone though, a little too angular. Oh, what did I just do? Oh my god. I just put my hand right into the ink. Oh, and it's fresh and wet, and it's just everywhere. Oh my god. Rookie mistake. Got so distracted. Oh, that's going to be a very grimy port there. The grimiest of ports. Fix it in post. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Alright. Just add some happy little grime. Happy little grime. I guess let's get this wire knocked out. Let me do that. Well, alright, that's the end of that song, and that's the end of this stream. Couldn't do it. Got close. I wanted to finish the contours, but it always takes longer than you think. But I appreciate y'all coming by. Thanks everyone who hung out, hopped in the chat. Yeah, I was glad to see you. I'll be back to doing games most of this week, but we got to finish this up. And I'll be doing some other Inktober streams here. I'm going to pick out some of my favorite prompts and maybe do, I don't know, 2-3 more through the month. So, to see y'all again. No raid today. I just got to roll. And it's going to take extra time because I got to wash these brushes before I head on to work. So, thank y'all again. Everyone be well. Have a great day. See you next time.